Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen my videos or if you're new here, what's been happening is I've been playing some really poor golf. My handicap has gone up from around an 8 up to an 11.5. So I text Golf Sidekick and asked for some advice. You're probably wondering how I got his number. Last year he came over, he played 2 rounds with me, he filmed them and put them on his channel and he said, here's my number, if you need any advice or any help, please just let me know. This is probably the best time to text him and this is what I said.
Hey man, I need your help. My handicap has been slowly rising this season. I need a total reset. If you were to give me 3 to 5 things to focus on without in the golf course over the next couple of months, what would you suggest? You sent back 6 things and today's focus is on short-term versus long-term goals. You said not to focus on long-term goals during your round. A long-term goal, for example, is to fix your putting or fix your approach shots. A short-term goal is the process of how to do that. Short-term goals hole by hole can make sure that you're focusing on one individual thing to make your score better. Work to your strengths.
Short-term goals, 1 every single tee box, and this one is playing directly into the wind. It's a tough hole. I just want a bogey here minimum. So fairway finder, get it just short of the green, chip on, hopefully get a par putt. If I miss that, then a bogey at the very least. Okay, just peeling off. Pretty happy where I am into the wind. Driver, 4 iron, just short. I used a 52 degree in the last video and it was amazing. If you didn't watch the last video, I had a 4 club challenge. I've got a lot of confidence from the last video, so trust the 52. Let's try and get this in and around the green. Par putt would be amazing, but remember, I'm going for a bogey, so anything better than that's just a bonus. It's just short, but it's a par putt. Okay, let's get this in the bin lid in about 2 feet for the tap in. We're going for a bogey, so more than happy with that. Okay, tap in bogey, no dramas. Okay, so a success on the first hole. Rather than thinking a bogey's a bad thing, success is what I wanted, so on to the second. Short-term goal here is minimum I want a par putt. That's the only goal I want to go for. I want a par putt, so it means I'm short and I'm chipping on. I'm absolutely fine with that as long as I'm not going into trouble. So only thing I'm thinking about is aiming left, wind off the left. I just want a par putt. That felt better, but I have no idea where it's gone. Okay, this might be an issue in these first hole. I can't see a thing. The wind didn't catch it as much as I'd like, but we've got a chance for the par putt. Just need to keep it on the green. But I'm just trying to get this a little bit closer, if I'm honest. It's on an upslope, so if I land it in between the fringe and the hole, it should slow down. 52 again, trusty 52. Remember, the short-term goal is par putt, so get it on the green, more than happy. Oh, I've pushed it out, but it's actually worked out really well. Look, I need to stop complaining. As soon as I hit the shot, I was like, oh, like it was a bad shot. It was still a good shot, it just wasn't where I wanted it to go. I think by initial thoughts, setting short-term goals, you definitely think a lot less. So if I'm thinking, oh, I want a par putt, I'm just nice and easy, chipping down there, thinking, right, I'm in a good spot, chip it on the green, let's see if I can get a par putt. And if I get it close enough, if I tap in par, I'm very, very happy. But if I just miss and just slide by, at least the game plan's solid, at least I'm playing simple golf. Aimed in the left-hand side here, the short-term goal, I think I quite like the par putts. That's a really good image in my head of planning out the hole. So again, wind's off the left, so I'm gonna just aim down the left and let it ride the wind. I've been going in that stuff quite a lot, so I'm keeping it simple, aiming for it, but the wind should take it over. And we'll think about the next shot when it comes to it. No idea. I actually have no idea. I need to look at the camera. I'll hit another one just in case. Okay, so the mic wasn't working the last few holes, so I kind of conclude how I felt there. So that setback there, usually I feel really upset. I felt it coursing through my veins. I was like, oh, like felt very angry, like it's a wasted opportunity. But I think that's the thing that's been holding me back, like too much pressure on myself. So having a short-term goal, okay, the short-term goal was to get the par putt. I had a birdie putt and I messed it up. The short-term goal definitely helps because your focus is on the next thing, rather than thinking, oh man, I wasted a birdie putt there. And thinking about it in the next tee, like, oh man, that's so stupid. And then you hit your shot. You think to yourself, right, next hole, short-term goal, let's just try and get a par putt here, aim down the left. Your mind has already changed onto the next thing. So forget about that. The mic wasn't working there. Hopefully it's gonna work from now on. Gap wedge, aiming for the pin. The wind should take it round naturally. Oh, thinned it so bad. I felt very, very steep there. Very steep. That's a lovely strike. That's the one I meant to do. I'm not sure what I said, but I think I said something like, that's so bad, or whatever I said after this shot. The shot wasn't great, but it wasn't an absolute disaster, so I need to stop being so negative all the time, especially like, it's an okay shot, okay, I've not hit it exactly how I want to hit it, but I can't keep saying, oh, that's so bad, or do you know what I mean? Like, just picking up on that, so I've made a mental note of that. Stop being so negative. That was the pure shot, that felt amazing. That felt not very good, and look, it's the same spot, so I need to stop being so negative when it's not actually that bad. Okay, that's a much better pace. It's not going to be the tap in, but it's a lot closer. In the hole for the par. Mind over matter. Straight putt, straight into the hole. Ignore the negativity. I find myself so many times there, so many negative thoughts, but it's so hard to overcome that and be like, no, shut up, stop being so negative. Okay, on to the next. Well, my only goal for this one is to be just short of the green after 2 shots. I'm not thinking about the green, I'm not thinking about the score. I just want to be in and around the green after 2 shots because tricky tee shot and then the second shot is going to be a long one. I just want to be just short and rely on my wedge game. My wedge game is my strongest point. Okay, wind is a touch behind now, so I can actually maybe just swing nice and smooth and straight. Just try, maybe aim a bit left and see if I can fade it. That's the reliable shot that I have. So let's aim down the left a little bit. Such a good shot, very nice. Okay, so I've actually hit the best drive I've ever hit in this hole, and I don't have a long approach shot, so I think I want to change my short-term goal to try and hit the middle of the green. I know this hole quite well, so I know I want to be short or left, don't want to be right, so I'm just going to aim left side of the green. I've got 150 to the centre, so I'm going to hit a knockdown 6-iron, choke down on it, and really, really smooth again. Focus on contact. I'm going to get left side of the green and try and 2-putt for the par. Okay, that's a very, very good shot. By aiming left, I allowed myself to have that natural fade, and I've got a very good putt now, so it's working so far. If you haven't already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I've got more of Golf Sidekick's text to go through, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Let's try and get this putt in for the birdie. It's gone about 170. I thought the pin was further back, so I thought it was a much better shot than what it is, but I'm on the green. My goal is to get par putts, and I've got a birdie putt. So if I can get it within the bin lid for a tap-in par again, 3 pars in a row, I'm playing way better than I have been in the past. So that's all I care about. I don't know what to say. That was such a good putt. I'm not really thinking about anything. I'm just looking at the yardage, picking a club above what I'd usually hit, swinging smooth, and the golf game has changed. And the negativity that I felt in the first 3 or 4 holes about making mistakes is totally gone. On to the next one. And Golf Sidekick always says that in his videos, and I watch them all as well, but it's hard to actually do it when you're out in the course. So to be able to overcome that that poor shot, or the poor putt that I had for birdie on the par 3 or 4 holes ago, to overcome that has totally changed my mindset in this round. So I think that's vitally important, to tell yourself to shut up, stop being so negative, and just play your game, play simple golf. So par 5 next. I'm sure you've seen it before if you've watched the channel. Short-term goal, make sure I've got a par putt. Oh. Okay, I kind of pulled that. It's not going to be the outcome I wanted. I've seen it drop. So my short-term goal will have to change instantly. It's going to be okay, but I'm going to have to lay up on the fairway. There's a low chance that I'm going to have a par putt. I still might get it, but there's no point pushing myself and getting a worse score. So I'm going to go for a bogey putt. I'm going to try and advance as much as possible. This is quite a simple chip, so chip it out, see if I can get it through onto the fairway. Oh, I got so lucky there, but then I got very unlucky. It just hit the sprinkler head. So I got very lucky, then very unlucky, but that's fine. There's also a ball here, so I found a ball, Titleist Pro V. It's 215 to the front, so wind in the face, a 4-iron choke down shot, nice and smooth. Should leave me like 40-50 yards with a wedge, so 52 degree I'm very confident with. So let's just aim for this bunker on the left and try and fade it down into the fairway. Find it. Oh man. Okay. I'll have a wedge, but it won't be the ideal position. We're not in an ideal spot. We still have the wedge shot though. If I get it on the green, close enough for the par, that's absolutely great, but I'm not expecting much. Let's try and get it over this tree. Get up. Just short. Let's get that in and around the bin lid and try and get the par. Short again. It's going to be tough. Okay. On to the next. That was just a disaster overall, so skipping a few holes now. We're going past the 9th hole. Let's see if we can get onto the back 9. This is absolutely beautiful, look at this. We're going to lose light in about half an hour to 45 minutes. Let's see if we can get onto the last 3 or 4 holes. 3, obviously it's a huge setback. You're not just going to forget about those holes. So you have a double bogey, almost every shot there was poor. You're not just going to forget about it instantly, but this short-term goals and thinking about what's happening next definitely takes your mind off it. That hole is done. Let's just focus on what we can do now. Par 3, it's a massive green, 185 to the back, so I'm going to hit a little choke down 5-iron, just nice and smooth. It should hit the front of the green and pop up. So I'm just focusing on getting this on the middle of the green. The pin's right in the middle, so that's all I'm thinking about. And as I say, in the back of your mind, you thought about that mistake from your walk to the tee box, and when you set foot on this tee box, you're thinking about your next goal. So I think that's what Golf Sidekick's saying. That's definitely helped me throughout this video. Got lots of concentration, a couple of poor decisions in the last hole, but it's over now. Thinking about the now. Knocked down 5, really smooth. Let's try and get a par putt again. If I get it on the green, that's absolutely fine, perfect, but if I miss it, chip it on, get the par putt. Okay, get there. Oh yeah. Set it on the green, choke down in the 5, nice and smooth, and now we're feeling positive again. As I was saying there, although obviously you're not going to forget about the last hole, the short-term goal changes your mindset, and as soon as you hit that good shot again, you forget about that hole. So that shot felt amazing, and all of a sudden I've gone from doom and gloom to feeling quite happy. Having little strategies like this one is definitely going to help me, and although I've only got a month and a half left of the season, I'm hoping to shoot some better scores and finish the season strong. Aim for my bag, which is like 3 feet to the left of the pin, let it come in. It's uphill, so it'll be a little bit slower. Let's give it a bit of a whack. Gotta go. I didn't think it'd be that slow. Yes, okay. So I got the read off the first putt. Obviously the first putt wasn't great, but I didn't let the negative mindset overcome me and in for the par. Over it, short-term goal, I want a par putt here. Difficult hole here, so short-term goal to get the par putt. I'm going to focus on trying to get just short of the green, so drive and then leave myself a 6-iron, which is one of my favourite clubs, just short of the green, and try and get up and down from there. If I get a bogey, it's not too bad, but I'm not thinking about getting on the green because it's a very tough hole. So driver, 6-iron, see if I've got a wedge shot, and try and get in for the par from there. Lovely. Right in the centre. Okay, we caught that a little bit thin. We're just going to be off the back right, I think. As you can see by the camera quality, the sun is going down very, very fast now. This will be the last hole. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video. Also comment as well, do you think this method is good, changing the short-term goal every single hole, and having an overarching short-term goal in terms of what you want to achieve? I think it's been pretty good. I definitely understand the premise of it, and there's been some holes where it's made me overcome mistakes. So I think that's the main thing. It's really important for me, is making sure I get over mistakes after a double bogey, making sure that I move on from that and try and get a par or a bogey. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the other golf sidekick videos. Obviously I'm going through all the text and there's a lot to break down. So thanks for watching. I've got a birdie putt now. I'm actually on the green, just off it. So birdie putt. Let's try and get this within tapping range and finish off strong. So let's go and do it. I've not hit it. I think the line was perfect, but I've not hit it. Ooh, it's a good putt. A tap-in bogey is never bad. More than happy with that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like I just said, make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment as well if you use a similar strategy, or if you were going to go ahead and do this strategy. Make sure you comment again how you got on. Subscribe for the next one. Loads of videos coming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.